Hey, it's PJ. Man, a crappy thing happened. I started recording a new run. It was going great. I mean, it's easy to say that, right? And I started playing with Aurora. I explained some of the stuff already. And then the game completely bricked. So what happens is normally when you pick up your first flash gem, I will explain flash gems a bit later. Let me quickly set up this as I talk along, right? So it doesn't take too much time. But I spent some of the pages, got my heroes a bit more tanky, right? Gave them some additional health.
Fancy meeting you.
So we're gonna start with Aurora right now in our build, and I will just explain things over. It's fine. So yeah, crappy thing is our entire build crashed. So our entire deck, our entire game didn't respond at all. A bit of a rough explanation, sorry. So I unlocked flash gems. And flash gems are gems that you can use like normal gems, but only once. And they are insanely powerful. They can be insanely powerful, like do double damage, give 30 block, or whatever, right? A one-time use gem. Really cool. Yeah, remind me to... I must remind myself to turn off the pop-ups from what other people of my friends list are playing. But, okay. I was playing and I picked up the first flash gem. And normally there pops up this small tooltip thingy that says flash gems are one-time use gems only. You can socket them in one of your cards, blah, blah, blah. And this pop-up didn't come, but I know it's supposed to be there. And then all of a sudden I could select my cards and select this gem, but not play them. They are triggering, you can see, but it's not happening. So I closed the game and I knew already that the game was bricked, because when I chose to exit the game, save run and exit the game, the run isn't there anymore. So it's bricked, which is kind of a shame because I started with some pretty decent cards. I spec'd into some stuff I will show you now because yeah, you didn't manage to get to see it. So what I picked up is first thing, like I talked before, the flash gems. So we now have an option to get flash gems as rewards. Flash gems I will explain or show what they do when we pick them up. I unlocked the final boss, so we see the final boss already beforehand, so I know a bit more about which build I want to go for, which decks I want to, which cards I want to pick up. We picked up this one, so we can have the option when finding gems from gemstones that we have an option to choose between two, which we really use, because one of the two mostly of the time is just don't really want it, you know. This is huge. Nothing over here. Then we picked up this. Gold pies contain 10% more gold, which is really nice for survivability and for the map tier stuff we're gonna run next. This one, these two we already had. We had this one, an additional talent here. So instead of going to, what was it, 24, 26 cards max, we now have an additional talent here. And this is step 1 of 2, because we have a 6th tier ready to go as well. Then we have 2 of our basic cards replaced by another one, and this can be any card, right? So, so 1 offense card and 1 defense card gets replaced by another card per hero. So this means 4 new cards instead of the normal attack block cards we get, and then some health, additional health for our heroes. So Fugaro will start with +5, so he starts with 55 once I open the gate, and then Aurora has 2 times 2 extra health, which is 4 extra health. So by the time I'm starting, she is at 24. At the gate, we now can go up to Epilogue 2, so we can select a Tier 2 run to go all the way down to Tier 15. From Tier 3 to Tier 15 is grayed out. Tier 15 is insanely difficult, right? You can see difficulty, 5 pluses. Enemies deal even more damage, enemies have more life, gain 10% less gold. And 15 also means from all the tiers where I'm able to choose from later, you have to select all 5 of these, all 3 of these tier 5 ones. And these tier 5 ones are insanely difficult to get through by themselves without even selecting multiples of them. They are rough. Heavy taxation maybe spoils a bit about what it's gonna do. Empty pot maybe also. And legendary bosses, yeah, you know. It's gonna get crazy. So for now, I was gonna start with 2. So we had an option, right? We can go to tier 2 by just using this one. Towers and Roots of Sight are replaced by Lantern Fairies. And Lantern Fairies are the same as Golden Fairies. You have to beat them, but now they don't give gold. They reveal more and more tiles around them, the more damage you do to them. So defeating them will give a large radius revealed. If you don't manage to repeat them, the less damage you do, the less refill you get. And the towers are huge buffs right now. We will do this later, of course, but right now I was thinking maybe it's fun to do 2 tier 1s at the same time and get to tier 2 epilogue as well, right? Because they stack. This is 1, this is 3, we can't do 3. This is 2 as well, but we already did this one last time, so I thought, well, it's fun to choose 2 from the tier 1s. So 1 is 2 extra fairies per chapter, but everything is 60% more. All prices are 60% more increased, so crazy expensive stuff. Even the most basic stuff is pretty much unpayable unless we defeat some of the golden fairies. And elite battles are mandatory, and they will deal 20% more damage as well, which is cool. And it's extra cool because we're playing with 2 of the least tanky characters there are. So, I've finished my coffee. So, starting with a decent deck is important.
As soon as we make it out of here, I don't want to see you again.
Okay, yeah, so they don't have the best chemistry together, but they are awesome together. And yeah, in the video I had to abandon, I'm quickly pausing here. The reason I find Aurora so immensely amazing to play with is because she has so many ways you can go with her. She can just be the person that constantly buffs the other hero, you know, gives defense layers, gives additional energy. She's great for energy stacking as well. But she is also great with frogs. And the frogs are one of my things I enjoy most, right? You can stack them to almost infinity, and it's so cool. And so she has a lot of frog buffs going on, and yeah, you will see later what I mean. This doesn't necessarily mean that this run is going to be all about the frogs, but we will see.
It has stolen my entire collection.
So, with 100 gold, which we start with, because I didn't buff the amount of gold sorry, my coffee machine turned off. We didn't start with an increased amount of gold. So 100 gold with 60% increased prices means that we are able to only buy 1 card instead of 2, and sometimes even 3. If we were gonna buy any card anyway, because right now I'm looking at this and this is not really something that we're interested in. And also all the basic gems that we are normally able to afford, like these 2 we could buy normally in the beginning if we wanted. We can't right now. And a really good ally that's in here is 240 gold, which is an insane price. Even if we manage to defeat some enemies, 240 gold is an insane amount to spend on 1 card. Let's say the card boxes we open, they are 40 gold right now. So I can choose 6 cards to add my deck for this 1 card. But this lets us retain our hand and our energy in between turns. So this is a really cool ally to have. Really cool to have in your deck. But preferably maybe not now, a bit later. We will see. If we are swimming in gold, maybe. But I don't think so. Okay, first choice. Aggressive ally with 1 mark. Ranged with 3 marks. And an ally that gives a coin to our deck and swaps us. I will go with the middle one for now. I like the marks. We're going mark heavy with Fugaro this build. We need this mark to keep us alive, basically. Okay, shitty thing is, this is good, because he needs to be in the back row, right? Look, 3 marks. Free energy, And here is one of the coins I mentioned. Summon 5 frogs.
Heads
Amazing,
or
right?
tails?
3 5 frogs. And now, yeah, we can just do another damage. So those two are great together. I'm contemplating about maybe switching them up already. That she always starts in the front and he in the back. It's rough, right? Because she has only 24 health. Yeah, can be a bit messy. Nice energy, free energy. A cool thing is, we can all. I will show this, right? It will be fine. We're gonna let her take damage right now. You think, why? You have block in your hand, whatever. Okay, I will showcase what she has. She has this teapot, and you see on the top left, her teapot has a 1, and it basically means that during or after battle, she fully heals. And I will finish the battle now, and you will see she will heal up. There she go.
Well done.
Right? So, yes, she has a health pool of 24, which is extremely low. But we can sometimes use her health pool a bit technically when, okay, let's say an enemy attacks for 18. Then I'm like, okay, let her be attacked for 18 right now. You know, kill the enemy, and then after that she heals up for that 18 damage again. And then it's basically a free health pool for me. Okay, now we have a rough choice to make, because I'm seeing 2 cards that I really like. Summon 10 frogs, which is a 2 energy card, which is high, right? But 10 frogs are 10 frogs, and 10 frogs are a good amount of damage. Like I said, minions and allies are huge, but this card is really huge. Attack an enemy for 6, -6 powers this turn, and mark them. And it's also a range card, so it's also only costing 1. And normally when I have a chance to duplicate a card, I always use this card, because this is so impactful. Because bosses can be rough, and giving a boss -6 powers and marking them while also doing a tiny bit of damage, this is huge. So I will choose this one.
Fair deal.
But it's a rough choice for me, because like I said, I love the frog playstyle, man. It's so cool. I will first path to... Is this really a good idea? I think this is a better idea. Yeah. Oh, Rune of Sight. Should have first done the Rune of Sight. It's fine. Yeah, like I said, I should have switched those guys around. I will do that for next battle. Okay, this is an amazing first turn again. Right, again, 5 frogs, so basically a copy of last time. The cool thing is, we can just, you know, kill this guy. And we're good. I think Aurora is better leading right now. Okay. Here's our new card. Look at this. Right? He hits him, so he has less health pool. Of course, because I hit him. Then he gets his mark, and then he goes from 6 to 0. And now I also can just attack him, get 5 block, and we're golden. Right? I will use some extra block. Look, 5 frogs isn't much, right? With getting 1 coin for 5 frogs. But you must imagine that the later as the build goes on, we get more and more coins. Here's another coin. It isn't guaranteed a frog, of course, but it is a frog. So we're now at 8 frogs already. So this ramps up like crazy. The later we go on. So then you're having suddenly, you don't even look at the allies anymore. You're like, holy shit, I have 40 frogs? What's happening, right? Look, the combination of this card is so good.
Time for some tea.
It's so good. It's such a really cool card to get as well. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully my game doesn't crash again. This is a flash gem. And you say, holy shit, 30 block? Yeah, but this is one-time use only. And the good thing is, the 30 block one is really cool, because we can save it for when we are facing the elite or the map boss, right? It's always good to have. We're gonna use this Rune of Sight.
Look closely.
Hopefully it will get connected to the tower reveal. I think so. Yeah, but we're facing with a choice, right? We have this one to spend. We can spend it like this. Maybe even better like this. And then hopefully this fight will give us a good ink, a small ink, right? Which we can use. Here we go. The gems pop up. Hopefully this time everything keeps working. And it is. Okay, great. Okay. So yeah, we're taking some damage. This wasn't the best. Should have kept Aurora on top, up front. Which again I didn't do. Probably watching this and you're like, dude, you can't even remember that? No, I can't. I'm the most forgetful person in existence ever. Okay, but it's fine, right? I mean, but look at this guy. He does 18 damage and now? Oh, here, 6. Yeah, that's amazing. Let's see, we can get lucky. Yeah, we'll use this one. Yeah, this is great. Look. Big trigger. Bit of frogs. Like I said, it's almost like this. These two are made for each other. Oh, this is my Dutch friend asking if I uploaded one of my videos to YouTube already. Okay, so we have explosive pigment, which isn't the greatest to get right now, to be honest. Because look, you could get through there, or we can... I really want this tower reveal, right? So this is gonna be a bit of a waste, but we will use it like this. Look, now we have an option to choose. This is nice if you want to retain a card into your hand until you're able to play it or to use it most effectively, but this is huge, right? An epic gem, which gives plus 5 damage to a card. And now we have an option to choose. I like it, giving Aurora some offensive layer as well. This is huge as well, right? The thing is, normally I wait out a bit if I'm getting the boomerang or a copy gem, so I can copy this while playing it, so it makes a copy of it while I'm placing it, or if I can just copy the card outright. You know. Okay. Do you see what I forgot again?
Come on, heads.
Swapping them around. Now I have to use an additional card, right? To swap them around in the right position. Yeah, I'm stupid. So we'll hit this guy. And then we will hit this guy. Right? Because the frogs... Let's see, 9... Yeah, that's both the same. We will save this one for next time. The frogs will take him out. And now hopefully... But like I said, we can use Aurora as, yeah, as a bit of a meat shield, right? We can just say, okay, you're gonna take this damage this guy is doing to you. It's not necessary because he will be dead anyway. But we can use her to absorb some of the damage because we know she will replenish the health later. Transmute a card for free. Cool. I would say we start with her because she has 5 cards and he has 7 right now. So let's make sure that her cards are more impactful. This is amazing, right? Range gives energy. And you say range 3 and 3. No, this becomes 2 and 3. So you spend 2 energy to gain 3 energy back. And there are 2 great cards to combine it with. This one or this one. Right? Thing is, she needs to be in the back. And we wanted her to be more on the front. So now we have a choice to make. I would say always draw a card, or game block is... I would say draw a card.
A brilliant cut.
Let's see... We have... Let's see. Now I need to use my mouse. Okay, we have a golden fairy. So let's just keep her in the back for now and see how it goes, right? because now we're keeping her in the back. There's a big, large chance that yeah, here we go. Like if she plays this from the front, we don't get energy for it, right? So we need to be able, we need to make sure that she's at the back or able to swap to the back for playing that card. This is a great start again.
Heads or tails?
Okay, we will just keep attacking. Like, this guy is never gonna make it to the end, right? 31 health left. Okay, we'll give him some offensive buff. And then we just... It's done. It's done already. And now we're at 287 gold. And that card that cost 240 all of a sudden seems like, okay, maybe it's doable still, right? And over here is a fairy that's way up, way too high, and there's another fairy that's way down too low, right? So we're not gonna grab these two guys. Would be cool because there's a scroll in the box over there as well. But yeah, that's not in the cards for us. Trying to be funny over here. That one is nice to pick up though. But we really want to get going to the... I will use my mouse again for this part. We need to get to the tower. Right? And shitty thing is... That's cool. Let's see... I would then spend it like this. So we can walk around. Open this guy. We have at least one of our wells. We need to find the other well still, right? Hopefully this Rune of Sight reveals it. It will.
Over
Nope.
there? Really?
Little bit too low. That's a shame. Let's see if this has any decent cards. Each time the hero swap 5 times 30 damage to the leading enemy. This is huge, but also costs 2 energy. 2 block for every enemy, or a more offensive card. I'm choosing to go with this one again. So we have 2 of those, but it's nice to have yeah, 1 more defensive card. So you can already see that Aurora is shaping out to be more on the defensive side of things, right? Giving us energy buffs, and then this guy, Fugaro, is used to get us more up to speed with the offense. Right? So I always choose when I see these guys. The thing is, you would say, okay, just kill you know, 1 or 2 of them. But the thing is, these guys are annoying. So normally I would say take these out as quickly as possible. Because he buffs himself and then also gives himself a shell, which is really annoying. So he gets more attack damage. Do we want him up front or in the back? It's fine, right? Yeah. So the guy in 3rd place, this guy, he now gives himself an attack buff and then also a layer. So he needs to be hit twice in order to kill. Normally it would be only need 1 hit to kill him, but we're doing great. So yeah, this is not really anything to really concerned about. Right, this is good. Okay, good positioning for now. We can mark, I would say, mark that guy for 3 times. There's this one. Another mark. Let's swap them around because there's a big chance that next turn Aurora will get her energy card. And yeah, I would say let's waste this guy. Right. Absolutely fine the way it's going right now. Here's her energy card. She's in the back, so we benefit the most from that. And now we can just, you know, slowly and steadily start grinding them down. We will get the shield gone, and then next turn we will kill him. So you can see that these two, man, they're so awesome together. And it's so clearly about which path to go with in the early stages as well, where later other heroes, I'm having more trouble to getting them synced up, right? To make their decks complementary to each other, and these two are just amazing together. So now we have an explosive brush, which is kind of a waste to use over there. I want to get the additional well, right? But we have this great spot here, over here, look, 28. tiles are revealed, and over here only 16, right? So, and also of course we can also choose here 17, 12. Here's a bit more, 14, 16, you know. But that spot this is a prime spot, so it would be a waste. Okay. And now we're closer to this guy as well. So right now I would say I will spend this brush. We will get a brush back from the elite fight there. And then hopefully able to go there and reveal something around here, right? So we can hopefully get our second well in as well. Cool. And then, yeah, let's get going. Okay, not a great start. We can switch them around. I would say get rid of him first. Yeah, it's as good as gone. A bit shitty that he has 1 health left, to be honest. Okay, so now we have 2 health points left, right? So I'm gonna spend this one. And we get another attacking card, which kills 1 enemy. And this is great, because this guy is gonna pack a decent punch. This one doesn't really matter. Alright, so now we can just focus all of our attention on this guy. Getting him down. Okay, so now we want to make sure Aurora is gonna take some damage, right? So we can swap them around. That's absolutely fine. We can use it like this as well. Like this. She's on the front. Give her 12. She only takes 3 damage. Great. Okay. This is more. This is more of a defense only turn, right? So we're using this one, this one. I want to make sure to get some damage in, and then keep her up front so she can take some damage again. Now she's at 15, which is still very, very fine. And now we get to the point where we can start killing this guy, right? So he's almost gone. Yeah, now we have the option to, I think, use the block. Swap them around.
Come on, heads.
Yeah, now we have the option. I will just trigger the marks, summon the frogs, and just for, you know, purely how great the mechanics work together, we will just end the turn and let the frogs take care of business.
Time for some tea.
Great, right? And it even looked like, okay, she's gonna take some damage or whatever, and then you get, with the coins, you get a better hand, and it's just working great together. Thing is, I have a choice to make. And I really want that second well, like I did last run as well. The extra energy is huge. The well is in one of 2 positions. It's either up here, I think I will spend it up here, or it's somewhere around here. Right? So hopefully we get some lucky RNG and it's over here. And it's not. So that's a shame. So we probably only gonna get out with 1 energy, unless I beat the elite, and then we'll spend the brush down here, which I will probably do because the orbs are so huge. So whenever you play a range card, deal 5 damage. This is huge for both of them. They both have range cards. Another one of our favorite allies. So when Fuguro deals 20 or more damage, mark a random enemy. He does 20 damage more frequently when he does the red marks, of course. Each turn the 6 card you draw costs 1 less this turn. This is huge, but you normally only draw 5 cards, so you need to make sure that you draw an additional card. At the first hit of each battle inflicts bleed additional to 1/3 of the damage dealt. This I like when I'm playing more with Shara or more with the Sorako or the other guy, you know, more damage heavy builds in the first hit I'm doing, but for these 2 not really. So it comes down to this one of this one, right? I will choose this one and hopefully get to an additional draw really soon.
It has stolen my entire collection.
I'm gonna spend the money and buy this one, and I'm gonna spend the money and buy this one. And I will explain what the Scars does, but it's huge for both heroes' survivability, because it regens health from both of our heroes. That one I'm not gonna pick up. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, this guy is aggressive. the good thing is we have 3 flash gems. 2 of them give 10 health, which is great, and 1 gives 30 blocks. So we should be really, really fine here. You see, the 6th card we've drawn, 0. And this one is a combo and range. So this normally costs 2 when using 2 Aurora cards and she's in the front. But now, because I played 1 card from Fugaro on the front and she's in the back, a combo range means this is free. And this adds sips in her hand. And sips heal 4 life. And if you use the sip in the turn you're gonna use them when you spawn them, it will automatically apply to the other hero as well. Look, my Fugaro is 51 or 55. He will get plus 4 health right now. And since it heals Aurora as well, but she says max health, the health she gets, normally would gets turned to the enemy. So the enemy gets 4 damage. Okay, that's cool already, right? And now, you could see, he gets 8. Because they are both at full life. So great. This is cool. Also, of course, yeah, she takes 12 damage, but we're totally fine with that. As long as she gets out of trouble this turn. So we're gonna use this one, attack for some defense, right? So now he's down to 11, which makes her survive as well. Look, I can select her and heal her, which makes the teapot use go away. So now I have an option to choose from, right? I will choose this one because we get our mark. And then, yeah, I will just use block. This one is nice, retain energy and your hand, but we're not gonna retain any energy any turn right now. We're spending. We will use that ally in later stages of the build. So right now it's already good, right? But I know he has these 3 marks and there are 4 different marks. So I know if I'm gonna place another mark on top of him, it's gonna be the damage buff, right? The red claw. I don't know what the name really is. I just call them like the icons are. So if I use this one, I know that the red icon is gonna appear. Here it is, the final mark. And now I can use this one to give them 2 plus 2 power for the next attack. And now, look at it. He goes down by an insane amount. She gets all the way buffed up with block, so she is safe as well. And we have a free attack again. Amazing. Like I said, they work so good again. They are really awesome together. When discard cards at the end of your turn, gain block equal to the combined cost. Okay, this is decent. Not that awesome, but decent. Oh yeah, this is the 4 flash gem I tried to pick up. We can only hold 3. So what I will do, I will put in this one, heal 10 life, and I will put it with a card I normally don't use a lot. Like this one. And that gives me a free flash gem spot, so since I can only hold 3. So I can pick this one up. And this one is draw 3 cards. And this is huge, right? So when I'm either having a deck and then I'm, oh shit, I don't have any defensive cards, or man, the enemy is not gonna attack me and I'm only having defensive cards in my hand, I want more offensive cards, then I can use this flash gem and insert it into a card and draw 3 cards. Yeah, so we're gonna gamble again. We really want to get that second well, and I think, here we go. Nope. Okay, unlucky. So we're gonna end this level with only 1 orb, which is a shame, really. It is what it is. Let's go. Okay, the spider is really annoying. Like the Deepwood Stalker, he constantly debuffs your character. So by each time they get hit, they do less and less damage. So most important thing for me is let one hero take the majority of damage. And unfortunately, again, it's gonna be Aurora, right? So normally you would say, okay, use this one. Wait, we can? To make it free, and we can. Okay, so yeah, it kind of sucks for her. But yeah, we want her to get debuffed. You see this, what is it, cocoon? Yeah, it is a cocoon. Reduce the bearer's power by 1. And he does that every turn. So every turn you get less and less damage. But we can't let her finish all the turns up front, of course. We want to switch them around, but we can't. The only way we can is by doing this. We want him up front. So what I just did is I put in the gem that gives 30 additional block, right? Which is maybe a bit stupid because by the time I get up front, you know, I'm having so much block, overcapped block, but it's fine for now. Let's see, let's use this one. So now I have a choice to make. I can attack and retreat. I use the gem as well, or I can just put her up front and then just like this. It's fine. The flash gem gets used either way, right? It didn't heal me, but like I said, yeah, shitty for Aurora. I want her to end up front as much as possible. This is great again. Okay.
Heads or tails?
Okay, now we can use this ally, not really because we need it, because we have energy. Okay. Look, she gets debuffed and debuffed, right? She has 3 of these cocoons already, because so she's not doing any damage. Like, almost any damage at all, right? So, I will use this one. Trigger it. Attack it. Mark.
Come on, tails.
Attack him again. Attack him again. Give her defense. And now I'm actually gonna retain 1 energy and discard. Because of her ally in the bottom left, right? She gets hit again. She has 4 cocoons already, but Fugaro is still at this maximum power output phase, right? So he's amazing right now. So I will use this one, swap him around a bunch, this one. So now he's doing only 12 damage. Yeah, I have a choice to make. Am I gonna spend something? Yeah, it's fine. He's dead. I thought he had more health. But look how easy this fight went, right? Now we also have this one, energy stored between turns, which is maybe a bit, you know, why are we taking this? Because I am gonna take it since we already have the ally that also stores energy between turns. The thing is, the ally also let us retain our hand, and that's not always something that you want. So I will use this one, and the ally we can then replace with something else whenever we see an alchemist. Amazing, amazing, amazing 3 cards, right? Another one of those ranged ones I talked about before. The frog card I really wanted to buy earlier, and then the devouring wand, which is also always nice to have.
Let me show you my move.
And we can now select another talent tier. This is not what we want. She gets 1 power when you dissolve a card, and at the start of your turn, gain 4 block. This effect ends when you shuffle your deck. This is not what we want as well. This is so short buff, so it's either this one or this one. This is nice, but I'm almost always forgetting that I have this option. Right, so I will choose this one. So Aurora gets a bit more power by each coin and each card we dissolve. Okay, quickly pausing and then grabbing a coffee. Be right back. A few moments later. Okay, we're back. Yeah, so we're in Act 2. First act breezed through, I think.
Entire collection.
Shush, Grandma needs some things.
This is an ally that when she takes damage and you use her teapot during battle, by the amount she heals, she does damage to all enemies, but I don't really like using her teapot that much during battle unless I really have to. Normally I always have two of them, two of these allies in my deck. I think I will buy it again. This is a card draw ally, which can be useful, but we're not really that flush with energy and card drawing right now, so maybe later in the act. And the rest is yeah, pretty much all the basic stuff, so I will buy this one. This is all too high price right now. These two we can almost afford, but nothing right now. So we have this epic gem still to place, right? So plus 5 damage. Like I said, this could be huge. And this card could be huge. So I will put it in this one, and hopefully we'll get a boomerang or one of the gems that gives it an option to get returned to the top of your deck. Because if you can play this card each and every turn, it makes almost any enemy you're facing more doable, right? So yeah, we have a Golden Fairy to destroy. So the Golden Fairy gets defensive layer, right? So this card really doesn't do that much right now, right? Because the Golden Fairy, it isn't a card for offense, it's a card with a defensive layer, right? But it's still, as you can see, it's fine. And for turn 1, the Golden Fairy is already at 55 health, right? So, okay, gets his layer of defense back. So we can use it for this, or we can summon some frogs, do a basic attack, and then see what happens, right? So this is not amazing or anything, but still decent damage, right? 39. I'm playing a bit quicker, as you can notice, because I notice in which order to use the cards to get the much most damage out of them, and it's that.
Well done.
Like I said, I'm trying to ramp up some stuff as well. Okay, this frog gets only 1 health point no matter how much damage you do to him. So he needs to be hit 10 times in order to die. He's really annoying. This turn he is fine. Only 18 damage. Next turn he is really annoying, right? So let's get some frogs. This is great. And now get her to the front again, and this we will save, right? So you see, the frogs hit for 5, but he loses only 1 health point. And this is amazing. This card is gonna make this battle so easy for us. Look, we will go to the front. This one becomes free. We will use this one. And now he gets hit twice, right? Because both of our heroes are at full health. So all the heal points, 2 times 4, goes to him. So 2 times 4 is not 8 for him, but 2 hits of 1. Here we go. 1, 1. And the last one. And then he suddenly is really easy. But he can be so annoying. Okay. Let's see what kind of cards we have here. The swap ally. This one we already had in the where we could buy the cards. Then, and this one is reduce an enemy's power by 3 for 1 turn, but I already have 2 of those cards from Fugaro, right? So I think I will go with this one. This means that swapping becomes more important as well, right? Because this has only a damage output of 1, and it only increases by swapping. So something to keep in mind if we play it. Here it is. So swapping is more important right now. This is the guy we took a big punch from last time. Fortunately, we still have 2 of our gems left, right? So what I will do now is swap Fugaro to the back. So we can use this for 1. And then he has another card left. Can trigger this one. This one becomes free because it's a 6 card we're drawing. So playing a coin automatically means drawing a 6 card, and the 6 card is always costs 1 less, right? So yeah, let's switch them around. Play this one. This one becomes free again. We are repeating same steps, right? So Now he has 30, right? So he does 30. So what we can't do is get Aurora to the front because she dies, right? She doesn't have that much health. So what I want is to draw 3 cards. I could have used this earlier when the sips were 3. And now, hopefully, I can swap her around. I can use this one again, of course. But I still can't swap them around. Which is a shame, because that would be amazing. So I will use this one. Now it would have been great to have Aurora up front, right? So she takes 15 damage and now Fugaro takes 15 damage, which is kind of a shame. Or it takes a bit less damage. 10. Which is cool. What triggered that again? Oh, this. When you discard cards, you gain block equal to the combined cost, right? So that gave us the additional block. So, like I said, yeah, it's really important to kill this guy as soon as possible. And we will be fine. So, we took 10 damage, which isn't ideal, but okay, it happens. We have 4 health potions, right? So, 4 of the Radiant Hearts. So, we're still really fine. Okay, this is an ally that becomes increasingly powerful when playing a coin, but this returns to the value of 8 again after the turn, right? So let's say I play 5 coins, right? So he gets 25 additional attack points, so he does damage for 33, but then after my turn it resets to 8 again to the basic value, because otherwise you could play like 10 coins and be done with the battle, right? No, it auto resets. He is nice. Thing is, our ally expense is pretty high, right? So the only thing that really would help us right now, if the party talent next time would be allies cost 1 less. And otherwise I would always suggest to go for this one. But we will go for this one. Okay, we don't have the allies cost 1 less. Doesn't mean that we won't get it in the future. We have 2 talent tiers left, so at the start of turn 5, both heroes gain 3 power. We don't want that one. Faults of Wisdom can be visited twice. This is huge for getting a more complete deck. And this is one we had before, right? He attacks for 16, and this is a card that doesn't dissolve, so this is a really steady damage output card. So this is huge if we want to add like a decent amount of cards still. I think I will go for this one because it's free. It's a free attack card, and we have one more option to trigger all the marks we're placing right now.
Look closely.
Okay, so I would suggest that we go to this one first, right? Hopefully we unlock a well. We don't. Fugaro steals one of our treasures. He goes all the way to the bottom left, which is a really shitty spot. Yeah, that's just cards remained in our hand. Yeah, skipping the dialogue. So that's he took the treasure that gives us block when the remaining cards values when the cards remain in our hand at the end of the run. Okay, we find a pair of boots. We have an option to add a card which swaps our heroes around and draws a card. And if it's an attack card, it repeats this effect. So it keeps going, which can be really nice, right? Because we have one of our allies who likes swapping. And then we have this one. And this is W speed on the world map, which is whatever, who cares. But every 5 times you swap, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 1 this turn. And this is what we really like, because we do swapping around a lot, because of the coins as well. And this means like I can play some hands, I can play multiple, more cards than I could before. Okay, so you can see we're moving around a bit further, faster right now. 2, I go for block. I immediately check out where I want to put block. Could be, let's see what she has. And it's fine.
A brilliant cut.
Yeah. But we only managed to find 1 well, which is really annoying at this point. So we're pretty low on energy still right now. Okay, another free card. These guys are dangerous. You see this icon above their screen? It's a shared heart. There are 2 hearts, which with the glowing bit in the middle. It means that if one of those dies, the other one seeks revenge. And seeking revenge means it gets like 2 or 3 times as rough. So are 2 ways to go about this. Either kill one while the other is upgrading, like this one. Let's say I killed this one, right? So this one can't retaliate immediately the same turn. But I know they swap turns with buffing, since I played the game already. So if I kill this one, this I know, if I get him to low health this turn and kill him next turn, I know next turn he's gonna buff himself. So getting him to low health this turn, it's really important, right? So now he's at 15. I don't want him to die, because then it automatically makes him retaliate. Bond of Friendship it's called. And he gets edited this turn. So now it says 4 times 2, and then it becomes like 14 or 18 times 2. I don't want that at all. I want the guy on the front to survive this turn. I will swap around.
Come on, heads.
And use this. Okay. Now it's fine. This guy gets attacked. He has only 10 health points left. And this other guy goes in buff mode. This is a bit of, you know, pre-knowledge from earlier playing the game, right? This isn't normally what you would get, but okay. Now I can use my favorite card again. This one. He dies. Oh, it showed like he dies, but he doesn't die. But it's fine, he will die anyway. And now it's important to focus on the guy on the back, right? He dies because our ally is gonna attack him. And look at what happens. 20 times 2, right? So now this guy becomes insanely strong. And the crappy thing is, it looks like we are going to have to take all this damage on the chin. I can't put her up front, right? It's 40 damage with this 6 block. She gets up to 30. 24 plus 6, but she can't die, right? So it's really 29. And it does damage for 40. So I'm gonna have to take 40 damage on the chin right now. Here we go. That's rough. That's really rough. And luckily that doesn't happen a lot. But yeah, that really sucks. Good thing is he's gonna die this turn. Yeah, but like I said, man, that's really... And we normally, shit, I killed him too early. Normally we could get 8 health points back. Okay. Okay, we had 8 potions, which saved us, and yeah. Okay, so no well, right? So that's kind of a shitty thing. So we have 2 ways to go right now. Yes, I want that thing back from Fugaro. She stole the jacket, which gives block. But what I'm gonna do now... Oh, this is amazing. This is absolutely huge. We find the second well. And now this is also amazing. And hopefully... It's decent, but nothing more than decent. Okay.
I like this one.
So you would maybe think, okay, you already have a card of that one. Yeah, but keeping the healing up is gonna be more and more important as we at the stage we're getting right now. I expect Aurora and Fugaro to take a bit more damage each turn right now. Not right now, per se, but...
That will be enough. Thank you.
Giving her multiple healing options is really, really great. And Fugaro as well, right? So, look, this is free. Okay, so I play this hero. Kill this guy. Go to the front. This becomes free again. Alright, and now we have an option. Am I gonna use it again to do 8 damage, or I'm gonna keep it in my hand? This card, like I told you before, we don't really want to use anymore. So we can replace that one. If we find an alchemist, we will replace that one. Okay, so we swap around. Use this one for the triple mark. And then go full on attack is one option. And I think that's the best option right now. We can heal a bit. You know, give him some more damage. And swap them around a bit. This really doesn't matter. And he's almost done. He needs one tiny hit for 9 attack damage. Discard. Done. Right? So, easy fight. Okay, we have another explosive brush. Which is good to use right there. Nice. Do we have 2 right now? Yeah, we have, right? Yeah, oh man. Yeah, 3. Yeah, I don't mind having 3, to be honest. I mean, it is a lot, and it's a lot of allies. But allies you place once, and then the card goes away, right? So here's hoping in 2 cards that we get allies are cost 1 less. That would make us cruising with this build. So here we have the jellyfish again. The jellyfish get damage by each card I play. So you see, if I play 1 card, they each get -6. I will drop the damage down for one of them. Does it really make much sense to do this one or this one? This one is fine. But this one does no damage at all. The other one does 18. Which is a good thing to remind ourselves of. So now she has this one. Okay, and we will use this one. And then we're safe. We can always use Sip. And now Fugaro is at full health again. And we're doing fine this turn. Okay, another great draw. And we'll use this one. This one will die anyway. Look. Right. Yeah, because I'm gonna play 1 more card. Yeah, this is right. Okay. He does nothing. Absolutely fine. 10 damage is also peanuts. I will use this one. Play this one. This one is free for some blocking. And he's done already. Okay. Cool thing is, we picked up a great ink to get our stuff back. So, whenever you consume an ink, reveal 1 adjacent spray. Okay, this is not the grace. They talk a bit about, okay, why are there 2 of you? Okay. Another ranged one for Aurora, which is nice because, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 11. So it's 11 and 14, right? So Aurora has a bunch of a bit less cards than... ooh, that's a really big one to get though. That treasure gives each enemy 4 bleed at the start of the battle. We kind of want that one. So we need to get there. I only have 2 brushes left. So these are choices to make, right? We're not gonna go up there. I get up there, I think. That really doesn't make any sense. Okay, yeah, this is kind of a pretty shitty situation I'm in. Because I can use this one, right? Which is fine. Nice scroll. Okay, this one gives me the option to explore a building, lose a bit of life, but then add a card. Which we can do once, I think. But the shitty thing is, it's a random hero, right? So if we add another Fugaro card, we don't want that. We really want this to be Aurora. And it's Fugaro. So, yeah. And you have to pick a card, which is shitty. I will pick this one. Nothing about allies costing 1 less, so that's shitty. At the end of your turn, Aurora heals life equal to your hand size. This is amazing. Whenever you play a card that stacks, gain 1 block. This is also amazing. So spending coins and stuff gives 1 block. We had that last time as well. Shop 25 less gold. Yeah, it's really nice, but this is a great defensive layer. I will play one more Explore the Building, and hopefully it's not Fugaro. It isn't. This one is I really like. Draw 2 cards, then put 1 on top of your deck. And this one is nice as an offensive one, and this one is too expensive for me. Game block equal to 3 times your hand size, which could give you like immediately 24 block, right? But 2 energy is a bit much for me. This one is really nice.
Let me show you my moves.
We're gonna abandon this one, and now we're gonna go and battle this dude. So we took a bit of damage, right? Because it cost us health in order to explore the building. But it's fine. So you could think like, why are you spending energy on the guy or attacking the guy on the second row, right? Okay, this gives me 1 energy back. It's always nice to have back. And I'm attacking the guy on the second row because I'm not killing either of them this turn, so it doesn't really matter. But also because my allies attack the guy always on the front row, right? So me chipping away at the guy in the second row is always nice to have. I will use this one. Then I will get defense back, which is great. And I will swap them around. And Aurora should be really, really safe right now. A bit overprotected, but it's fine. But she has now already, on fire, she has already 10 burning damage on top of her, right? So we need to be mindful of that. So keeping her safe is really, really top priority because her health can go down like that, right? So we don't want the attack trigger to go away. This is kind of shitty. I don't want to lose any of those cards. Yeah, it's maybe a bit counterintuitive, but look, I don't. Yeah, this is awesome. I want both of them at full health, right? So healing, and then this is fine, right? Because he's gonna die anyway because of the allies. But healing them was a bit of priority. I want them as close to top health as possible, so I was thinking a bit about how I want to do that. Okay, I think with the ink I picked up, I can pick up this guy. I can, which is really great. Even as a card box. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, at the start of each battle, inflict 4 bleed on all enemies. This is great. Really, really great. I mean, 4 isn't a lot, right? But it's steady damage output. And already at the start, so... Okay, an elite battle. Okay, and we have a guy again that's stacking attack. As far as the more the battle goes on, he gets stronger and stronger. Yeah, let's get some defense going and be mindful about how much damage Aurora can take. So we will use her as a meat shield type of... and now she takes 15 damage, right? Which leaves her at 9. If I use this one, I leave her at 7. Use this one, 36. It's getting close. I leave her at 5, So yeah, playing around with her health pool is really, really important. So, and now I need to make sure that whatever happens, she isn't at the front row anymore. So I have multiple options, right? I can play very little cards this turn, which I normally tend to do. What I will do, let's see, without screwing this up. I really want to attack this guy once. To trigger some defense. And then get Aurora to the back, which I can. With the... Look what I can do. This... Shit. Did I make a mistake? I thought I could take her to the back row. I thought I could use a flash gem inside this card, which normally you can, also with temporary cards. But this time you can't. Okay, so now I will do what I said I normally wouldn't do. I will heal her teapot, give her all her health back, let her take damage again. Here we go. Okay, so I thought it would work in a bit of a different way. Is that I could enter. I could give her a flash gem back, right? But this is fine as well. I mean. So we get her all the way back up. She's absolutely fine. This guy is almost dead. We only need to hit him for 15, which already the allies do. But let's kill him ourselves, yeah. Okay, so this is great, right? But normally I wouldn't really want to use the teapot during regular combat. If it's necessary, yes. We have another 10 health. Plus 5 spirit. Let's see. We already know from last time that doesn't do that much. Yeah, we'll give this guy a bit of an offense boost. Okay, we have 377 gold. Let's see if there's something that catches our eye.
Shush, Grandma needs something.
These are not really what I'm looking for. Like I said before, this can be useful. Becomes less and less effective as I progress in the X, right? So the bosses and everything I'm facing right now, 8 block isn't really gonna make or break it. Yeah, sometimes it can save Aurora, but this is only for turn 1. So yeah, not really, right? So this is good, and this is damage with courage, and yeah, we're not courage building. Shara is more of a courage building type character, so this ally gains 1 spirit is not really necessary for us now, and hero attacks from this card for this card deal plus 3 damage isn't really what we're going for as well. So we can do this. Block gains 1 more block, but this is only for 1 hero specific, right? So then we need to check which hero blocks more often. But then this one, when you dissolve a card, gain 1 block. And we know that we have the tier that when you play a card that stacks and also means that dissolves, we gain 1 block. So this could actually be huge, right? This gives us 2 block with using 1 coin. So let's do that. We have a brush to spend. Yes, I could maybe reveal something over here. I could maybe reveal something over here. This is actually maybe quite worth it. Here could be something decent, but I'm kind of wanting to keep the brush for our next level. I could use it to get a golden fairy, but yeah, like I said, I really want to get both wells in the game. I only got 1 this act, but the chance it's there on so low. I don't know if it's even spawning this low. I think it's more like in the middle up here, a bit down from the tower maybe, but it's a brush, right? I mean, it's valuable, so let's just go for the boss fight right now. Okay, this crazy guy again, the ally eater. Yeah, let's go for it, right? Okay, another free card. Let's use this and this guy. And we can play him as well. I think that's a good idea. And then trigger this guy. And then, is it important for us to destroy this guy? I think so, yeah. Yeah, this is good. He takes damage, but that's fine. Like I said, this is the final fight of the act, so it doesn't really matter if one of our heroes takes damage. We have 2 flash gems, which lets us heal them. I will use them quickly, by the way. because I want to keep them as top on their health as possible. This guy's damage output is only ramping up, right? So, do we want additional frogs right now? I would suggest first doing this, using this. Yeah. And then we can use this to top off Fugaro's health. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Decent turn. She gets hits for 1, which is absolutely fine. We still have a sip left, right? Which stops her off. He's gonna consume one of these minions, which sucks, really. So what I will do is, anyway, place this one. Use the sip. Use this one. And then now my main focus should be doing damage, right? Because he's not going for an offense move to me. He's gonna consume the minion, the ally, get an insane damage boost. And now it's important for Aurora not to finish this turn on the front row. So now I want to do what I didn't do before, what I didn't manage to do. I will give her this flash gem. She doesn't need the healing, but healing lets you retreat, so it will swap you to the back row. Okay, it's a bit of a shame that we're... this one can go away. So this is a bit of a shame, right? So this is a range card. I will see if I maybe can get additional cards, which lets them swap one more time. Yeah, this is great, right? So now I can swap freely. Use this one. Trigger this guy. Alright. Now we all of a sudden have 2 energy points, and I can use this one to swap them around. Gain another energy back, which I'm not gonna spend, right? Because when I'm swapping her to the front, she takes 33% more damage this turn, not because of the debuff above her head, the vulnerable debuff. So let's just keep it as is. He will get up to 22. And now we're good. So fight looks decent again, right? So he's at 57 health. We're getting to that great point again where we can start, you know, playing around with him a little bit, and he's just dead. And yeah, we're fine. Give him some marks, like I said, a bit quicker playstyle, and then he's dead. Here we go. We kill him by healing ourselves.
One for the books.
Easy. This one is great. Each time you play 5 cards in a single turn, deal 10 damage to a random enemy, which means also when we play 10 cards, it adds another 10 damage, right? So each 5 cards. The first time you dissolve, gain +1 energy. Yeah, it's nice since we're dissolving a lot, but it's fine. Whenever this hero deals 20 damage with a single hit, inflict weak. And weak means it does 33% less damage for a turn. And this is really huge against especially the final boss. And I think I'm gonna pick this one. And I give it to him.
I'll keep it.
I'm picking this one. So the final boss, and I already know this is the guy, again, we fought this guy from before. He dissolves our deck, right? The Avatar of Mist, he dissolves the hero's deck over the course of battle and he does damage. So the one I just picked up, where 20 damage from Fugaro gives him weak, which does less damage. That's really important for me to get my deck together, and which hopefully doesn't give them him that much chances to dissolve my deck.
Shush, Grandma
Sorry, a
needs
bit
something.
rough of coming and saying all the words, right? Okay, let's see how the balance is. 1, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 15 cards for Fugaro, 12 for Aurora. Another Aurora card would be really helpful, and this one is a great card. It's a combo card as well, so spending a card from Fugaro makes this card free, and it lets you draw a card, and you can use this 2 times, so the card reappears after you play it once. So you can play it twice in one turn. free both times if you play it right, and 2 draws. Yeah, like I said, drawing cards is really, really powerful in this game, so I will buy this one. And as you can see, all the prices are increased by 60%. So even the most basic of treasures, and these treasures are all 3 are really great, right? But still, these 3 treasures cost 800 gold coins right now, which is an insane amount to spend on one treasure. I mean, we know this one is really nice. We know this one is really nice. This one gives us even more block stacking than we already have. So I will save up my money and try to get this one. This one is also great. I told you about this drop of echoes before, that I wanted to purchase it and maybe put it in one of these cards, right? So I play it, and by playing it, it adds a 0 cost copy in it in my deck. So then I can have an additional one of these cards, which let my take the enemy attack damage away. Really great. Offense, defense, that's a great card in combination with this gem. But it's 600 to spend, and this card doesn't have a boomerang or anything on it, so I draw it and can use it whenever it comes up, right? But not more than that. And of course, when I copy it, I have 3 of them, which is huge, which gives me, like, I think a decent chance, like 30 or 40% to draw it at least once per turn. But still, I think this one, as a more stable defensive layer on top of our next build, or on top of our next upgrade, is gonna be huge. Okay, I'm doing a lot of explaining in the meantime, I know. But I'm just wanting to explain why I'm ignoring some things, why I'm picking some things, you know, that you notice why I'm making certain choices. This is also, the middle card is great for Aurora, right? This is a card that can be used 2 ways. If she's on front, she gains 2 energy, and the card costs 1 energy, so you get 1 energy for free, basically. And if she's at the back row, she draws 2 cards, which is really nice. So I will pick this one. This gives my build some more utility-based cards, right? So not damage or defensive necessary, but gives me options. So I can see, okay, what type of hand do I have now? I'm immediately drawing this card. So I'm having the option right now, okay, do I want her at the front? So I can get more energy and maybe spend more cards? Or do I want more cards because my hand right now isn't that good? Right now I would say I would like her at the front, because I would like to get 1 energy more energy in return, right? So I'm using this one, then I'm using this one, my energy goes up, then I'm doing what I'm normally doing, I'm attacking and using the sips. Now we have a choice to make, like, are we gonna use this guy or are we just gonna spend energy and go full offensive? But I like to have this guy in my on the bottom row right now. Attack. We spent all our energy, but it was a good first turn. So the tower next to this guy, I don't know if I mentioned it before, he gives this guy buffs, and now he has a shield on it, so next turn he will have a shield. If he has an up arrow, he will buff his power level. Okay. We have a great draw of cards again, nice defense. We can spend this one for 3 marks, then we can add this one to give him reduced power, which makes him basically a wuss. And now he's already dead, right? We will swap again once more to give the bottom ally 2+2 more attack, and this guy is done.
Well done.
These 2, I already told you before, but these 2 are so amazing together.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm opening this one. Oh, this left card on the left is really amazing for Aurora. So this card adjusts itself to the health pool Aurora has. The less health she has, the bigger defense buff this gives. So you can see gain block equal to Aurora's missing life. So let's say she has 2 life left, so she gets 22 block from this one card. But if she is at full health, this card deals damage equal to her life, so 24 attack, which is huge, right? And if she's in the middle, like she's at 12, it gives 12 of each. So 12 attack, 12 block. This is such an amazing card to have. And I'm even contemplating if I want to have it, and I think I want to have it. I'm gonna spend the 40 coins on it because it unlocks my final talent here as well.
I like this one.
At the start of each turn, add a coin to your deck. The first time you play Frog each turn, summon 3 more, which is nice, but we're not really into the Frog build right now. And both heroes have +1 power. So for me it's easy at the start of each turn, add a coin to your deck. I like to have more coins. More coins means more defense. More defense means easier survivability and having more options to play. Again, not the best use of the explosive brush, but I think this spot is probably the best for me to easily get to the towers, right? Oh, this is really cool. So we face this enemy, or not really this enemy, we face this guy. And it's a shape-shifting guy, and we have multiple options to go for. We can hunt him down, which leaves a trail where he goes to, which style he goes to. We have to explore the style, a bit like with Fugaro. When he steals something, he goes to a spot. You see the spot highlighted, but we need to explore there in order to get him. Then we have to hunt him down. We have to fight him, and this guy is insanely tough. He has 2 parts that each attack individually. There is a way to negate his attack damage by getting him to snooze, doing enough damage in 1 turn so he snoozes, but it's a lot of damage he needs to take in order for me to get it. Getting this guy and killing him means I get this Eye of the Apex, and that is such an amazing gem. Like, if you kill an enemy with the card which has this gem in it, it means that your hero gets 1 power permanently. So he always got +1 power, and that's this. I will have to look which card I can use it in, which could give me the benefit of having 1 power. And the only hero I would want to have more power with is Fugaro. Fugaro is my main damage output guy. So let's see. This card would be, for instance, huge to put this gem in. It's also a Reap and Dissolve gem. So we have to keep in mind we can only use this card once in battle. And if we don't kill the enemy with it, we lose the card for the rest of the battle, right? But this is huge because it's 5 damage for each energy spent. So, okay, regularly we're doing like 15 damage with this card if we spend it on at least 3 energy. This is nonsense, this is nonsense, this is nonsense. We can't even use it in the defensive cards. We can't use it here, we can't use it here, we can't use it here. We can use it in this one, but this is only for 10 attack. Block, attack, attack. So the only card I would reasonably put this in is this 0 costing one, right? And I think this is a go big or go home moment. We have still plenty of more enemies to fight, right? So we want to reap as much as possible. So we have to fight as many possible enemies in this map as we can in order for this to be beneficiary. Because this guy is going to be rough to beat. No matter how good my deck is right now, he's going to be rough to beat. We also have more easy options is make Fugaro kneel, add a Fugaro hunting card to your deck, so that gives him a damage buff, a damage buff. Same thing goes for Aurora, or you can show your belly, and then you can add a hunting treasure to your deck, and that's a card that gives you a damage buff. I would say, in order for me to showcase it, and I'm gonna be honest, there's a decent chance that I might not even survive this fight, but let's hunt him down so I can really show you what he does, and yeah. So we should see footmarks, and he's all the way over there, right? So these claws in the ground, this is a trail he made. It doesn't mean he's not on one of these. He's always all the way at the end, right? This is the place where he halts. You can see that these little claws are turned up, and that means that's the place where he is right now. Normally I would say, okay, maybe, okay, wait, first things first. Oh, I needed to stand on the tile 1 place higher. Now we don't have the tower. I would want to beat all these enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the elite in it. All the enemies with this reap thing in my deck. So I need to go to him. But you see how much I need to spend to go to him right now? So this is probably, I think, not the best idea what I did just now. I think I could have better defeated this guy and hopefully get an ink that immediately lines me up, but I'm already committed now, so yeah. Okay, it is what it is. There he is, he's standing there. Quickly, we'll check this one out. We already just got this one, it's fine. Here we go. okay, not the best approach for me, right? So a bit stupid for me to spend that much. Here he is, 340 on the front, 340 in the back. It's one health pool basically, right? He shares his health pool. If he dies on the front, he dies at the back. And the other way around as well. You see, he immediately intends to attack for 41, which is a crazy, crazy amount. Then we see that he has 51 as his stagger. So staggering, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but staggering means basically he goes numb, right? So he doesn't do that much damage, or he goes to a snooze type of state. He falls asleep basically, he doesn't do any damage. We have to keep in mind that these 51 staggers are individually. So it doesn't mean that if I get him staggered at the front, that the back staggers as well. No, it's like 102 damage to stagger them at both sides. And the bottom row is gonna give him a huge damage buff next turn. Right now, I kinda don't want to get hit by 41. It would probably destroy me already in the beginning. So my first focus right now is getting the front to stagger really. I will play this one. I have this one I still have to put in. And this means that the attack also attacks the leading enemy for damage equal to the draw pile. So here we go. So he's at 12 now, at 7, right? So only needs a bit more. And then he's staggered already. And we're not gonna stagger the guy in the back, right? He needs 2 more, then he's staggered. So he's staggered because the ally is gonna take care of the rest. Now we want to take care of the back, but it's gonna be, it's not gonna be impossible to get the back going. Look, he's snoozing. But the back is still up for 25. So the back is gonna get the buff, right? He almost he lost 91 of his health pool, which is decent for the first turn. I'm not gonna use this card. I'm gonna remain, let the energy remain in my hand, and let's hope that next turn is gonna give us a great draw. Look, 44 and 28, right? Now it's of the utmost importance that we get the back staggered as quickly as possible. Let's see, do I want this one to draw cards right now? Let's do it like this. So he's at 24, right? Which is still a lot. I can already notice that I'm starting to get a bit nervous because it's gonna get rough to get him into the shape I want. It's 19. It's 14. And this is 12, right? And he has 4 bleeds. So we're actually gonna make him fall asleep at the back, which we want because it's our main. That's the main damage. And Aurora can take the hit from the guy at the front, right? So here we go. And this card we can play, it doesn't really matter for now, but we won't, right? Because we want to save the energy. So right now, you would say, okay, he's still awake in the back, right? This is 28, this is 30, this is 58 damage, holy shit, holy shit. No, he's gonna get the 4 bleed damage and then he's gonna snooze. Here we go. Bleed, bleed, the back falls asleep. Aurora barely survives, but survives nonetheless. And now we've got a choice, right? Now we have this card and we can say, okay, if we play it from the front, she gets 2 energy, but right now we are at 0 cards that do damage, right? Or give us defense buffs or whatever. So we want her at the back and we want this card to be used to let her grab additional cards and hopefully gets us in the position. Okay, let me draw this. Okay, this is great. This is absolutely great, right? So I want to be able to trigger this. So I need to keep this attack. I think I again played the cards maybe in the wrong order, but I will do it like this. And now we can have an option to choose for. Are we putting Aurora in the front? Having our range card in the back like this, right? I mean, I'm already committed now. But he needs 51, right? So that's an insane amount. And this is gonna be rough. Yeah, 28. These guys are doing 20. This card does 27. But again, like last turn, he has to bleed. And I know it's a bit overprotective of me because she should survive. This guy at the front is gonna snooze again, right? The guy on the back is gonna do 28 damage, but I'm kind of nervous about it, so I'm gonna heal her nonetheless. Guy's gonna snooze, barely, right? Okay, she survived, right? So we knew she was gonna survive, but like I said, I'm a bit of a chicken shit right now, so yeah, I just played it like it is. And this is another great card to get. Like, make this guy deal more damage. 22 is already fine. We're gonna survive this turn. Surviving this turn also means that we're probably gonna win this fight, right? We're gonna use this guy from some more ally attack, and then this is our new card, which gives her 27 attack, right? Because normally she would deal, she has 5 power, but she's only 22 health left. So she does 22 plus 5, 27, and her missing health gets added as block, which is 2. This guy is gonna snooze, and this is gonna be a careless attack. We can trigger this one, but we won't. And next turn is just about finalizing it, and we will have killed this guy. Okay, here we go. And he's dead. And we get his gem. The best gem you could ever get. Reap. This hero gains 1 power permanently. And like I said, we already managed to look where we're gonna put it. We're gonna put it in this card, and we will only use this card if we make sure that it's gonna kill the enemy. I spent a shitload of brushes to get there. Like I said, I screwed up massively. Used way too much brushes. But still. Okay, here we have a card already, right? So this doesn't work on spawned enemies, right? I can't even attack the spawned enemies over here at the back. But this doesn't work for characters that are spawned enemies. It only uses for main enemies, and the difference is that you can see when enemies spawn minions or whatever you want to call them, those are not valid to be killed with this one and gain 1 power permanently, right? So. Amazing first turn hand, by the way. We managed to kill his minions, and this tower is really cool. It's mandatory to have 2 minions beside him. So now he has to spawn his minions, and the spawning of minions takes up 30 damage each time he needs to spawn 1. So he needs to spawn 2. So he will take 60 damage next turn. You will see what I mean. So now he's at 124 already, right? And this guy is dealing 25 damage. So we're by no means close enough in order for us to use that one. We can summon some frogs if we want. This guy I think is gonna be dead by the time we see this card again. So now the ally we used to have, which we didn't use, which lets us retain our hand basically, could be useful. If we have that card in our hand, which lets us reap the enemy, we can then keep it in our hand and then use it only as one of the enemies gets close enough in health. Why am I doing this? This guy's gonna die. Right? Use it in our hand till we make sure. Keep it in our hand until we make sure we can kill an enemy with it. I'm sorry if my explanation stuff is a bit all over the place. Fill a card with random gems or returns gems from the card in your inventory. No, we want to infuse a card. And we want to infuse a card that's really nice. With 2 open spots, preferably. Like this one. So mark the leading enemy. When this blocks, deal twice as much damage to the leading enemy instead and draw a card. I don't really like the block deal twice as much because that's 8 block on. But still, it will place a mark and immediately trigger a mark by attacking it, right? So, yeah. Okay, it is what it is. So, I'm not gonna transfigure or transform any cards right now. I want to save up until I have 800 gold, if I even get there. And this could help us. Final stage, so we get 40 shield. And now, it's really important for us to get a lot of help to do as much damage as we possibly can. Because we need the gold, right? We want 800 gold. But this guy has so much shielding, it's gonna be difficult, right? So I'm saying right a lot. Really a lot of right. Okay, here we go. Trigger this. Trigger this. Trigger this. Swap them around. Hopefully get another card that gives some offense, but we don't. It's fine. I think there's very little chance that we are gonna get him down to 0 health. But we take whatever we can get. This is our newest card, right? So not our newest card, but the newest card, the gem with the... Okay, let me rephrase that. The card which has new gems in it. So instead of blocking, this will do twice as much damage, but first we'll mark the enemy. So it will mark it and then immediately attack him. Mark, and then attack. But the marks don't get removed, so... doesn't work especially well. Now we're gonna go into the nice damage zone. I'm gonna spawn the frogs as well. He's down at 64, now 60. We need to do 100 damage in order for us to kill them. And we can also use this gem, but I'm gonna be honest, we're not gonna be able to use this gem properly. Okay. Yeah, he's not gonna die. So we have options now. I could use this one. The card goes into my where it is here in my dissolve pool, so it's not usable anymore. But this guy is yeah, it's gonna be done, right? So he survives barely. But he survives nonetheless. So we're now at 655 gold. 150 more to go until we can buy this amazing gem that we wanted. So, but also we have one more brush left. And we're gonna use the brush over here. Or over here. Doesn't really matter, right? This one is a nice spot. Used over here. Nice, we get another well. And it would be awesome to get this one and then take the golden fairy over here. Golden Fairy probably will get us up to 800. Okay, now we have this guy that we had fought before, but combined with the Firebringer. I will play this card. Get this card. Summon frogs. I would like to, yeah. Okay, so she's gonna take some damage right now. It's fine. Like I said, sometimes we use her especially for this purpose, right? We want her up front to take the damage. Kijk, look, right now this I was saying kijk, it's look in the Dutch. We want this guy. Hopefully we can get him down low enough so we can reap. This is better use, right?
Heads or tails?
Yeah, this is better use, right? Draw 2 cards, put one on top. This is actually nice to keep in my hand. Now I can do the tactic that I talked about last time. I'm figuring out some stuff as I go along, right? Sometimes I have to check what cards I'm playing. So yeah, I want to use this one, use her. Since I can't kill him, right? So I will use her, and she lets me retain the cards that are in my hand. So they will barely kill him, but next turn I can actually use this card to permanently kill this guy. I have to be careful that I... do I want to kill this guy? then do it like this, right? Thing is that the reason I'm not killing this guy with the previous one is I want to make sure that I'm not taking any damage. This is 30. 15. I think I played this a bit crappy. Yeah, I don't want him to die, right? This guy with 30 health. But this is a bit stupid. Because he's taking unnecessary damage right now, right? But it's all for the purpose of this. Now he will get 1 power permanently. That's the only reason I did that, right? So, and he heals for a bit, so... or they heal for a bit, so it's fine. Yeah, like I said, I want to have 800. I will use it to go unlock this guy. And hopefully, we actually are gonna make it to... I think it's better like this. Yeah, this is fine.
Come on, heads.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we are above 800, great. So we can buy the treasure that we want. Yeah, I was looking for a card that would, you know, swap us. But we're not getting it, so... swap, but it's too late, right? We don't get any energy right now, so it's fine. It's almost at the half of his health. Yeah. There are multiple ways to go about this right now. I will use it like this. Grab the card. Oh. But it won't remain in our hand. That's a bit unfortunate, right? So I will just use it like this. It is what it is. I was not gonna be able to use it to reap anyway, right? So it's fine. We only care about the money right now. Damage. He's gonna be able to survive, but it's fine. We got what we came for. So
Well done.
it would be cool if we can get his power level up by defeating 1 or 2 more enemies, but it's gonna be rough, right? So we're gonna beat the elite, and then we can probably go here with the brush we're getting from the elite and get the normal enemy, but after that we're probably basically done. So unfortunately I didn't get really that. I only got 1 power, right, from the gem we just got, but it's fine.
Shush,
We want this
Grandma
one.
needs some things.
Right, this is what we all where we did it for. And now we probably get the dino. Nope. We get the centipede again, which last time was easy doable, I would say. Not easy, but yeah.
Refreshing.
Okay, so we're fine for this turn.
Come on, heads.
Like I said last time, the thing I aim for is getting rid of one of these guys each turn, right? So, and this is really, really shitty hand for now, right? So, this is gonna be rough. since we don't have any defensive cards in our hands. And yeah, we got some defense back, but we're gonna get hit still. Okay. There we go. And now we're at 16 fire damage already on top of our head, so yeah, it's not the worst still, but also not the best. This guy at the front needs to die. And we need to swap around a bunch to get the flame damage gone. This guy at the front will die. This guy doing 11 is fine. This guy doing 6 is fine. Okay. So this is a bit shitty position. We want her at the back right now for this card to be able to grab us 2 additional cards. First things first, like I said before, we want to make sure that this guy that does the most damage right now is in the graveyard. Now we can swap him.
Heads or tails?
Okay. This is great. Now all of a sudden it immediately looks completely different, right? So draw 2 cards and then put 1 card on top of the deck. This one is fine. This one is a bit iffy. Like, okay, are we really gonna use this now? Draw a card. We already know the card that's gonna come, right? Which is this one. Which gives us a bit more block. It's fine. I could have gone without using it. But it's looking decent again, right? So Fukuro took a bit of damage, but for now it's fine. We've got a Reap one. So thing I'm really hoping for right now is to get a blue mark. Of all the marks we got, we didn't get the blue one, right? He has all the marks except the blue one. So when I'm using this right now, all my energy gets depleted, which is nice because it gives us a power, but we really don't really want to. Are we fine with having nothing to spend?
Heads or tails?
I'm gonna have to be careful how I'm gonna use this, right? So if I use this now, he definitely will die. The mark will give him 10 more damage. So right now this does 25. Shit. This is fine. Okay, yeah, we have 60 block right now. I was hoping that we didn't get hurt by a lot, but I forgot that that card, by playing it, also gives me 5 additional block with each energy I spend. So I was a bit stupid there. Yeah, we can just skip this turn. Yeah, and this guy's at 1, and it's just a matter of finishing it, right? So now we're at 2 permanent power. And you notice sometimes I'm a bit lost in my way with, okay, what does this card do right now? Is this the right play, right? Until your deck is shuffled first time, game 1 per turn. This is huge, right? We have a nice beefy stack right now of 30 cards, so yeah, that's great. And I'm trying to get right now what I wanted to do before. Beat a bunch of normal enemies. We defeated the elite. This is a nice treasure to have as well. Can I hover over it? Like, when you play an ally, heal this hero for 2 lives. This is nice. But my main focus right now is getting a bit more power with the Reap and the gem I just got from the boss we beat. So plus 3 damage. We have 2 of them.
Brilliant cut.
I will think I use these cards almost all the time. So. Okay, here we go. Okay, we do our normal rotation of cards. Like this one is coming way too early right now, right? Because there's no way that we can actually kill this enemy this turn.
Nice.
So I will play it a bit more on the not cautious side, right? But I normally would like to, you know, kick his ass for 22, but it's whatever, right? So I don't really want to spend this right now. And hopefully it comes back into rotation one more time and then it makes more use. So what I put in this flash gem. After playing this, shuffle your hand in your deck and shuffle your hand into your deck and draw that many cards +1. So I'm getting 4 new cards, I think. Yep, here we go. Which is nice. I can even have the option to grab 2 more cards. Okay, great. Not really necessary, but fine nonetheless. And now we have a bunch more options. So we can say, okay, 126 roll damage. This one is also great, I think, because we can give a mark. Then we can give him 3 marks, so he has all the marks. And do a bit of healing and attacking in the meantime. Great first turn. Okay, the guy in the back row chose to buff himself 2 times in a row, which is really nice. Next turn he's gonna do a pretty decent chunk of damage though, so yeah, if we can get this guy destroyed in this turn, it will be great. I think they will probably both be dead by the time I get the chance to get my Reap gem again. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really need this one, right? Yeah. They're dead, right? Great. So, yeah. Getting the power, additional power. Okay, I have 3 inks. I can also grab this one for additional healing, but I think... let's see, there's an alchemist right there, which we can use for one of our basic cards. Like this one, or this one, or this one. 9 blocks, shuffle a coin, nope. Attack for free, if Fugro Staff is charged, return this to your hand. So you can use this and it doesn't attack for free, right? It attacks for 8 or more. If he has more power, then it automatically returns in your hand if your staff is charged. But this one is really nice. Attack for 10, if the target has a mark, deal 10 more. And then I will combine it with this one. Hero attacks from this card, pierce for half the enemy to the next damage to the next enemy. Which isn't useful for the boss, because the boss is one guy. But we have one more fight to go. And this fight maybe will have multiple enemies, right? So then it is useful. And it has 3 of them, so that gem we just put in is really useful right now. So this one first. And then I want, let's see, this one. I want her up front, because I want to have her energy. I will swap her to the back row again. Let her do some damage. Use this guy. Okay, so now I will play this card. Because I want to retain my hand right now. If I come across this card again, I want to retain it in my hand. Right? For the option to have the additional power again. Okay. We'd rather have Fugaro on the back row right now, because these cards are twice as expensive right now, but it's fine. We will attack him again. Okay, we will draw, we will attack, we will draw, we will draw again. Okay, so right now she's at 33, and if I... Fuck, did I miscalculate? 30, this is 41, this is 51, right? And I'm at 57. Is this attack intent? Enemy trying to do some debuff. I hope his debuff doesn't give me 33. Yeah, I need to play this hand. I need him to die. I'm not really sure if he gives me a debuff that I take more damage as well. So he dies. This is safe. Okay, would be nice to now get the energy card, right? Because these guys are dead soon. But I'm gonna do something a bit silly now. I'm gonna skip this entire hand. Or give myself an opportunity block. Or draw 2 cards. And hopefully one of them is the card I'm looking for. I'll put it away. I won't play any range. This is a bit strange situation. I won't play any range cards because both of these guys get hit for 5. Won't do any damage output, right? So I will use this one. And this one is fine. But the guy on the front row is gonna die. But the guy on the back row, I need to survive for 1 more turn and hoping that I am drawing the reap card in. And here it is. And now 1 more permanent power, right? So yeah, a bit on conservative gameplay, but this is a huge flash gem for a boss as well. Deals triple damage. That's amazing. That's gonna kick his ass. Now, let's see, do I have any more normal enemies to get to? I can pick up that one. That one is too far away. Okay, so we have a choice to make, right? So, ally means healing. I don't think I really need to use that much healing in the final fight, to be honest. That one gives me... Is that the alchemist for free one? Yeah, alchemists are revealed on the map and are free. That's not really necessary also, right? We have used 1 alchemist already. I think this one is fine. And we want healing to apply to him.
So this is where this went.
Okay, so we did a bunch of stuff. And we have 303 gold coins.
Stolen my entire
This is too
collection.
expensive, this is too expensive. Are we gonna use this one? Nah, not really. This is a free range card. Attack for free and mark the enemy. That could be useful. Mark the leading enemy and gain 8 block. I think I would buy this one since we missing out. We have one of those, but now it doesn't block but does attack damage, right? So let's buy that one. And that's the final card. Because 31 cards is already pretty chunky. I don't want too many cards, right? Because then there's a risk of getting hands that I don't want. Okay, we have the guy that dissolves our deck if we don't put our defenses up enough. So yeah, here we go again. This is great. This is great. Because now we can use this 1 for 1. And now I am gonna do an absolute metric ton of damage to him. 102 damage for 1 attack. And yeah, he's not dead already. Of course he's not dead already, but you know. Use that one, use this one. That wasn't really necessary. Do I want this one? I think it's nice to keep the block in my hand for next turn, to be honest. So I will use her, tame my hand. This guy does no damage to me right now. He does 32 damage next turn. Here is one of our favorite cards again. Let's see. Yeah, I want to use this right now. That's absolutely fine. He only does 8 damage right now. We don't really want her to use this at the front because this gives us 2 energy. We want her at the back, but there's no way for me to get them to switch this turn. So yeah, let's use this one. This guy I will use. Dissolve means block, so I want to have 8 block because it doesn't matter if this guy is doing 1, 2 or 4 damage. If he hits me, he dissolves my cards, right? So it doesn't matter if it's like 10, 15 or 1. I want to have my block up so he can't damage me. Right now I would say I will keep these 2 in my hand. Okay, we're safe. He's gonna buff himself. So this is a great turn where we don't have to pay attention. I think I want this one at the top of my deck, right, for next turn. I think so. Okay, these two we again keep in our hand. He's gonna ramp up his damage output pretty soon, right? So now he's at 40 already. So now this card that we put on top of our deck gets used. We first will play this. We want to be cheap as well, so we will switch her to the front. So they can use this as a range card again. Trigger him. Make sure he does only 12 damage right now. So this is absolutely amazing. Now we can do him, give him a little bit more of hurt. Another one. Let's see. I don't... Yeah, it doesn't make a difference, right? I replaced it with the same one. It doesn't really make a difference. It's one less card for me to draw, more good cards to remain in my deck. I don't need 3 of those guys to keep my block up. I will be just fine with all the cards that give him less attack damage, right? Which decreases his power. I will use this one. More great cards. And this one I can now just spend. But I'm kind of wanted to do something a bit unnecessary. This will be my final kill card, which I will kill this guy. It will give me +1 damage, +1 power. It doesn't really make any sense because this is my final fight, but this is more of a show-off thing. I will keep this one in my hand and use it to, yeah, basically kill him. And yeah, okay. So do we want to use this one to mark him? This one should be fine, yeah. Look at our shield output ramping up, like we're never in trouble anymore. Like even if this guy does big amounts of damage, it doesn't phase us at all, right? We don't care. There you go, let's give him a bit of hurt. I will keep this one, you know, having a block in reserve for next turn is always a nice thing to have. He will go down, and this will be his final turn. Look, this does now 50 damage. This will kill him. This will give me +1 power. This will finish it. This was an amazing ride. Here we go. Bam! We get 1 power. It's all for nothing anyway, but like I said, a bit of showing off. I know these are the early stages of the game. Pretty easy doable. But like I said, this combination of these two heroes, Aurora with Fugaro, absolutely amazing. We completed it. We got Fugaro up to level 6. Almost level 7. And she goes to level 3. And then we get to level 4. And we still have so much, like there are 11 tiers, right? So we have still so much more cards to unlock for them. So many great cards are still coming. Aurora especially, she has so many great cards still to unlock. And the build will only get better, right? But how amazing, I hope you found it as amazing as I did. When this build just clicks, man, the cards, unique, you can spend cards and cards and cards and it ramps up so quickly. You can, in the early stages it's rough to get going, right? Because they both have low health pools, but once you get like Act 2 and you really know, okay, I'm gonna go to stacking frogs, am I gonna do Fugaro as the main damage output, is Aurora gonna be my main output, and I'm gonna use Fugaro for more of a defensive layer. You can really see in these two heroes, the synergy between them, you can see which way the build is going, right? Which I really, really like. There's nothing... The other heroes are a bit, okay, yeah, it's mandatory, go this route, a bit less options to choose for. But these two, the beginning act always tells you, okay, this is where I need to head to with this build. And yeah, I played the game a bunch, of course, so for me it's more easy to know. And hopefully the next one is going to be something other than this was. I'm hopefully going to showcase the frog build, which I really like frog stacking, frogs, hundreds of frogs, always amazing. But for now, this was the run. I really hope you enjoyed another video of the Roguebook walkthrough. I really hope you didn't find my constant chattering too much. If you had a great time, and even if you didn't, and you have tips for me to do better, whatever, please let me know. If anyone is watching this, I really appreciate you, and I wish you all the best, and yeah, hopefully until next time, yeah? Okay, later.